Well, just switching the subject a little bit, bass players, we like catchers on a baseball team, right? When something goes wrong, we have to be the first responders. And then, of course, when something goes right, we don't get any of the credit. But that all comes down to being a band leader. Now, Benny, you've been Carlos's MD for going on 30 years. Ron, obviously, you lead your own bands. What band leaders? What is your approach as a band leader? What band leaders did you learn what to do and what not to do? Ron, Benny?
Well, as a bass player, band leader, I made sure the first tune had no smoke on it. It needed to be a ballad, but I was so concerned that after being off the set for an hour in the cold dressing room, that the first tune of the second set belongs to you right here. Each snap is one chorus. And most band leaders, they have no idea what it takes to do that, given one chorus is like this. Every night with Miles's band, every night we do So What, it'll get faster. After set, I would tell Miles, so what? We had a good relationship. So what? So what? But I think one of the things I would hope that the newer band leaders who are starting to invest in a good bass player in terms of bringing him along with the band's growth, to understand what it takes physically to play the bass on a really good night.
Yeah.
And as we're doing the bass du jour, Larry will tell you, we run into some terrible things we'll have to contend with, given we can't bring our bass on the gigs anymore. From anywhere that's past 1 hour worth of drive out of New York, you can't do that anymore, basically.
Yeah.
And band leaders who don't play bass, they're so unaware of the difficulty we're facing to try to do the job we hired to do on an instrument that just cannot allow that. So one of the things I try to do is give my students some things to look out for when you play on a bass that's not yours, and you're going from the airport long enough to go to the bathroom to the sound check.
Right.
It helps them not feel so estranged from the bass that you left in New York or wherever you are, And they found some breathing room, and that's a gig.
There's no bass in that song, Ron.
I don't play Fender, sorry. As a band leader, I want to try different parts of the bass.
Okay.
And different changes. They're not the same. I can't play it So What at 9:05, and second tune is at 9:50, 9:25. Another tune, So What, in the same zone. Or another D minor sounding song, because it limits my choices of playing the bass like I want to play it. And so I try to make the tunes not so same key-ish.
Okay, right.
It allows me to play different parts of the bass physically. It gives me more note choices because I'm on a different part of the bass, where this finger on this string gives me these choices, but this note on this finger, there are more choices. D minor is a D minor, man. D minor and A minor, they're not the same sound. D minor, A minor, kind of thing, Right. And I try to be conscious of that because I know horn players, they say, Maestro, we did this key already. So, oh, wow. Okay, well, let's do this tune in a different key, a little slower so I can breathe. Here's a long note for you guys. Coda.
And Benny, you worked for Miles. What did you learn from him as a band leader that you translated into your work with Carlos as MD?
Pay attention to everything all the time.
Okay.
That's it, and also put a little lift in it. No, and it was good advice. But yeah, just listening to everything all the time, from the first note of the show to the last. And that was it. Otherwise, you just get that stare, It was good.